The golf world is in shock. Scottie Scheffler, the world number one, the most dominant player in golf, has just raised a shocking concern about the PGA Tour's radical new format. And the golf world is exploding. The PGA Tour just announced a dramatic overhaul for 2028. A two-tier system. A match play finale. Larger fields. Cuts are back. It was supposed to be the future of golf. It was supposed to be the solution to all the tour's problems. But Scheffler sees a fatal flaw that if you're going to reward people financially for season-long success, I think the best way to do it is reward them throughout the course of the entire season, Scheffler said. When you look at the match play format, I think part of what makes it interesting is it can be a bit fluky at times. Does the best player always win at match play? Not necessarily. The words are stunning. The world number one is questioning the integrity of the new format. He is saying that match play is random. He is saying that the best player doesn't always win. And he is saying that the tour's financial rewards are misaligned with the new system. Is Scheffler right? Is the new format a disaster in the making? Is the PGA Tour making a huge mistake? And why is the world number one so worried? Today, we are going to expose the truth. We are going to reveal what Scheffler really thinks about the new format. We are going to show you why he is so concerned. And we are going to ask the question everyone is afraid to ask. Has the PGA Tour made a catastrophic error? But before we dive into this bombshell, make sure you are subscribed to Golfix, because we are about to uncover the biggest story in golf. The PGA Tour has announced a radical overhaul of its structure. The changes are set to take effect in 2028. And they are sweeping. The new system will feature two tiers. The Championship Series, which will include up to 24 elite events, including 16 signature events, the 4 major championships, the Players' Championship, and a reimagined playoff. Events will have a minimum $20 million purse, a 120-player field, and 36-hole cuts. The Challenger Series will be the second tier. It will include at least 20 events with 144-player fields and minimum $4 million purses. It will serve as the path to the Championship Series. With promotion and relegation between the two tiers, the changes represent a dramatic shift away from the current structure. Currently, signature events have small fields of around 70 players and no cuts. The new system will bring back larger fields and cuts, which players like Kevin Kisner have been calling for. CEO Brian Rolap described the changes. He said, "This means moving away from small fields and no-cut events. Our best events will have larger fields. Ideally, we are targeting something closer to 120-player fields with a cut, but the most dramatic change is the postseason. The tour is trading its long-criticized point-based staggered start for a 2-week match play finale. The format will feature an opening 32-man group stage before narrowing to a 16-player knockout bracket. The changes are bold. They are ambitious. And they are designed to create more drama, more excitement, and a better product for fans. But Scottie Scheffler has a major concern. The concern is match play. And it's a big one. Scheffler was asked about how the tour should weigh and distribute money across the season. And he made it clear that match play and season-long financial rewards don't mix well. If you're going to reward people financially for season-long success, I think the best way to do it is reward them throughout the course of the entire season, Scheffler said. Scheffler explained why match play is a problem. When you look at the match play format, I think part of what makes it interesting is it can be a bit fluky at times. It's not like team sports where you're playing against each other. It's both of us playing against the golf course and adding up our scores. Does the best player always win at match play? Not necessarily. The words are a direct challenge to the tour's decision. Scheffler is saying that match play is inherently unpredictable. He is saying that the best player doesn't always win. And he is saying that using match play to determine the season's champion is unfair. Scheffler also addressed the difference between the regular season points race and the postseason. He framed the separation of the two as the right call. He argued that accumulating value over dozens of events is a fairer gauge of who deserves to be paid than a 2-week bracket ever could. But Scheffler is not opposed to match play entirely. He called it interesting and fun, and acknowledged that fans have been craving more head-to-head drama. However, he made it clear that match play is not the best way to determine the season's champion. The concern is significant. It comes from the world number one. It comes from the most dominant player in golf. And it raises serious questions about the tour's new direction. Scheffler's concern about the new format is not new. He has a long history of questioning the tour's post-season structure. And his comments on the past are revealing. Speaking to the press, Scheffler admitted he had backed the points model even as it confused casual fans. "I was in a unique position of being in favor of the points, but I can definitely see how that was confusing for a casual fan at the end of the year," He said that the points model, in place since 2019, replaced the staggered stroke starts with a cumulative point race that resets before East Lake. It was confusing. It was controversial. And it was eventually scrapped. Scheffler's support for the points model shows that he values season-long consistency over dramatic finishes. He believes that the best player over the course of the season deserves to be rewarded, but Scheffler also understands the appeal of drama. He said that match play is something new and fun and that fans have been craving it. He acknowledged that a points-based system is probably not the best way to create an exciting finish to the year. That the conflict is clear. Scheffler wants fairness. But he also wants excitement. And he is worried that the new format might sacrifice the former for the latter. Scheffler also expressed confusion about the group play format. He said, "When I show up at a tournament, I love to be able to compete and give myself a chance to win. And to have a full week tournament where there's not a winner, I think is a bit unusual for me." The comments are a reminder that Scheffler is a traditionalist. He loves competition. He loves winning. He loves the feeling of victory. And he is worried that the new format might take that away. Scheffler's concern about the new format is not just about fairness. It is also about money. And he is asking a crucial question. How should the tour's financial rewards be distributed? The financial question came after Scheffler was asked directly about his love-hate relationship with the past tour championship format. He made it clear that he believes season-long success should be rewarded. If you're going to reward people financially for season-long success, I think the best way to do it is reward them throughout the course of the entire season. Scheffler said the statement is a direct challenge to the tour's new format. The tour is planning to keep its financial rewards tied to 20-plus events in the regular season. But Scheffler is worried that the match play finale will overshadow the regular season. Scheffler's concern is valid. The tour's new equity program, which has topped $1 billion in equity for more than 200 players, is designed to reward season-long performance. The player equity program has expanded to include the top 50 in the FedEx Cup. But if the season ends with a match play tournament, the regular season could be devalued. The financial question is a major concern for Scheffler. He has earned over $20 million this season. He leads the tour in money won. And he wants to make sure that his success is properly rewarded. The tour has not yet made public the exact purse distributions between the regular season finale and the match play championship. And Scheffler's push for financial clarity ensures the debate will continue long before the first bracket is set. The PGA Tour is at a crossroads. The new format is bold. It is ambitious. And it is designed to create more drama, more excitement, and a better product for fans. But Scottie Scheffler has raised a major concern. So, what happens next? The answer depends on several factors. First, the tour must decide whether to address Scheffler's concerns. They must decide whether to tweak the format. They must decide whether to change the financial rewards. They must decide whether to listen to the world number one. Second, the players must decide whether to speak out. Scheffler has already made his position clear. Other players may follow. The players' response will shape the narrative. Third, the fans must decide what they think. Do they agree with Scheffler? Do they want match play? Do they want a points-based system? The fans' opinion will shape the future of the sport. Scheffler has framed the separation of the regular season points race from the postseason as the right call. He argues that accumulating value over dozens of events is a fairer gauge of who deserves to be paid than a two-week bracket ever could. But Scheffler also acknowledged the appeal of match play. He said, "It's an interesting new way to finish the year, and I think it's something that our fans have been craving for a long time. The future is uncertain. But one thing is certain, the debate will continue. And the golf world will be watching. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell."